So I put up an electric fence. It's working. Hey ho, Monk on the Hill here. Today it's all about the fence. Before anything else, you need to know how long your fence will be. For that, you can simply use Google Maps. So find your place, zoom in, and find the starting point where your fence will start. Make a right click, go to measure distance, and you can keep on clicking and go along the area you would like to fence in. It'll show you the distance of the whole fence. For me, that went about there, up to there. You can do adjustments. Of each and every point. And there you go. You have the length. In my case, I didn't have to close the area because I already have a fence around there. But you can do it, you can close up your whole area and then put the last spot, drag it over the starting point, and it'll even show you the area that you will get. And the next step will be choosing the materials. So this is the stuff I was using for my fence. About 150 high. It's all welded, quite stable. I think it's 20 meters long, and I used many of them. For the buried in part, I just cut this in half. So I had to roll it out using the angle grinder, the flex, to cut it all. Don't use wire mesh, it's just a mess. You see, single wires are bent all over the place. The hooks aren't really closed, so if you're working with it, they might come apart. And you just have to fix them all constantly. Nope. First step was digging a piece of fence way into the ground. It's like almost half a meter or even a bit more. And being a bit lazy, I had a small excavator coming, and the guy was clever enough to bring a bunch of people with shovels to fill the whole trench back up after the fence was in. And on we go to the poles. For my fence poles, I bought these. They're like 6 meters long, and I cut them in 4 pieces. So half of it can go into the ground, the rest sticks up in the air. That means like more or less 75 centimeters are in the ground and 75 in the air. When you're cutting them, cut them right in an angle, so you have a nice pointy tip that goes in nicer into the ground. You take the reinforcing metal, hammer it in the ground, take the PVC water pipe, slide it over, and there you go. This one is a bigger one. The perfectly matching ones. I used up all of them for the fence. Did you know there are different styles of reinforcing poles? So I tested that thing with 1.6 centimeters. Perfect. I ordered a whole bunch of these for the whole fence. And what I got was 1.7 with the profile. And since the PVC pipes that I wanted to shove over the metal poles had a exact inner diameter of 1.6 centimeters, I had to grind the metal poles down that they fit. It was a dirty job, and for the more than 60 poles I had, it took me many days. When you are getting the water pipes, PVC water pipes, go for hot water pipes, because they are just more stable. Then of course it was time to put up the fence itself. A lot of it. Thank God I had a good friend helping me. So one is pulling it, giving it a good tension, holding it up, while the other one is mounting it on the poles. For that I made this tool. It's just a bolt and the disc welded on, quick and dirty, just as I like it. There you go. Having two holes in the disc, and what do you do with it? Take a piece of wire, bend it a little, get it around the fence and the pole. Get the wire through the holes, push in, push the bottom, and boom, there you have it. Nice and tight. And the very last step was joining the dug-in piece. Not now, Malka. The dug-in bit with a main fence just by pulling another wire through, and that joins it pretty well. In addition to everything, I set up an electric fence. Usually you would have one line like 10 centimeters above ground level, or even a little deeper, because most animals would try to dig underneath and they would touch it and they won't dig anymore. I put one wire about wrist high to prevent animals to climb over. The upper one is actually for horses or cows. Sometimes they come and break into my property and destroy fences. So if they lean on it or try to jump it, hopefully they will touch the upper one and we'll leave it alone. Still, the whole concept with the water pipes is the whole thing is flexible. So if something's touching it with a lot of weight, they will just snap back. The set that I bought came with a solar panel. I would say don't do it unless you exactly know what you're doing with it. You maybe have a sun tracker. It's not really worth it. As soon as it gets cloudy or rainy, snowy, it's just not working anymore. The idea with the solar I got from a farmer in the valley. But when I started to have problems, he started to have problems. His solution was setting up an old car next to the fence. So every now and then I think he started the car to charge up the battery. A while later I've seen he pulled the power line directly there. I'll show you my solution. I pulled the power line as well, hooked up a car battery charger, and the cable goes outside to the box where my set is in. Everything is tidy in a box under a little roof, so no water can hit it. The car battery charger is going, of course, to the battery, from the battery to the impulse giver, and from there out the box. From the box, the ground cable goes to a metal pole that's hammered pretty deep into the ground. And the main power, of course, is connected to the fence itself. Everything possibly high that the chickens don't touch it. And because it's also flexible everywhere, to make these ugly but effective distance holders, that the electric wire isn't touching the fence. And the last bit is a warning lamp. When there's no electricity on the fence, it will blink and tell me there's something wrong, so I have to check the whole fence. As soon as it's connected to the fence, and there's power on it, it's not blinking. So this is my fence setup. Nothing is straight, it's not looking nice, but it's working. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can use something of it. Then I would be ready to get some chickens in. That'll be in the next video.